Hello, my name is Jerome and welcome to my RC Construction YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give an update in a part 2 on my Lesu Away 850K bulldozer and what's been going on with the track motors. The right track motor stopped working. I was still getting a screeching sound after I reassembled this out of the right motor. The left motor is silent. And I took this apart and the sound is actually coming from back here. Let me turn it on. Alright, I took the gear assembly off and I'm left with just the motor and its mount. And as I turn this on, I don't hear any excess noise. So the problem has to be the mating of this motor with the gear assembly. I've disassembled the gear assembly. There are 4 sets of gears that go inside of here. I've taken all of them out. I'm going to clean them off, clean the inside of here just to make sure there are no particles or any junk creating a problem. And I'll put lithium grease on the gears when I reinsert them. I measured the size of the gears with calipers, and the first one is 11.56 millimeters. Second and third set of gears are larger, 13.38 millimeters. And the ones at the very bottom, which is the face that you see from the outside of the bulldozer, is 11.57 millimeters. So if you ever happen to take this apart, you have to put them back in the correct order. This is how I clean out the spline inside of here. I cleaned off all the gears using a separate toothbrush. So next I'm going to put lithium grease on them and reassemble this. I just want you to notice when it comes to these 3 pieces up here, the one at the very bottom with the small gears has the biggest gear right here. And these with the bigger gears have smaller teeth on them. Get them in the right order. So I cleaned all of these gears here and reassembled this assembly. The thing I did different for the motor, I removed it from here. And with this piece on top of here, I measured the top of this plate to the bottom right here. And that was 11.82 millimeters. And when I looked at the distance of this gear, where it sat in here, it sat up pretty high, where this gear was only touching half of these gears. So I took it back out in the shed and I pushed the shaft down some and reassembled this unit. So now when this gear is in here, the bottom of this gear is only 0.3 millimeters from the bottom. And that distance is the distance in between these calipers right here. So I am going to put this back together and see if it makes any noise. Before I do that, this metal ring here, I was thinking, well, I'm still thinking about removing that ring because I'm wondering if that ring is actually rubbing up against something or creating a problem. And the other side did not come with a ring. So I'm going to put two of these screws in here to hold this piece together. And then I'm going to power this up and see if it's quiet or if I still hear some type of grinding sound. All right. So now, let me let you watch. Plug in this motor. These extra 3 leads I have here are for the motor on this winch, which I'm never going to use. So I removed its ESC just so I had the space in the bottom of the cab. All right, I have the receiver turned on, connecting the battery. The battery is connected. Let's see if it's quiet. Very quiet. Forward and backward. So that's a pretty good sign. I think I am going to reassemble this. One thing I want to show you. Give me a moment. All right. So I've been trying to buy another gear that has a set screw in it so that it won't slip, because when I brought this back in the house, when the left track refused to turn anymore, I found that the gear on this shaft, it was just rotating in on the shaft. It wasn't sticking. And neither did the one on this left track. It still worked, but the gear on it was also slipping, just not as much as this one, which slipped totally. And one thing I found was that I put Loctite on it, the red color, and I didn't allow it 24 hours to fully cure. As I put the thing back together, it was probably a half hour before I was trying it out, see if it worked. So that was a failure on my part. But also, I would still rather have a gear that I could turn a screw and lock it in and then apply the Loctite so that it does not rotate on the shaft. So here's my dilemma. This is the exact gear I need to find. The distance across the entire gear, peak to peak, is 11.7 millimeters on the outer diameter. It has 15 teeth, or 15T on the gear. The pitch of the angles of these gears is 32 pitch, and the bore, which is the shaft, is 3.175. This mod 7 is what's giving me the biggest problem in the world in finding a gear. This one here it's a little bit too big. It's not a mod 7, it's a mod 8. And by the diameter across this being bigger, it just won't fit in between these gears. The mod 8 gears with all these other specifications like this, common. Everybody sells them $2, $3, $4 a piece. But this mod 7 is so uncommon. I have not been able to find one. Well, actually, I found 2 places on eBay that will sell the gear, but they will not come for another 4 weeks. And I think I may just get them on order since that time is passing anyway. But most of the other normal hobby shops I went to, Amazon and everywhere else, they do not have this mod .07 gear that will fit in here. And the few places that show that they sell them, all of them are out of stock and nobody actually has them. So I will probably place an order later today to get the ones that actually fit all of these specifications. And eventually they will show up in the mail. And in the future, if I have problems with this, I will replace those gears. Also, I found on a hobby shop when I took the first gear apart, I had to grind the little collar off that sat underneath the gear between the gear and the motor to prevent the motor shafts from moving. Oops. But I found they do sell these collars and they are pretty cheap. So I ordered some of these online, and the next time I take the gear off of this motor, I am going to put one of those collars on there. But for now, I'm going to reassemble this and see how it functions when I put the track on. One thing I want to mention is these idle rollers here. Previously, when it started making that noise again, the metallic screeching sound, I thought it was these rollers. But once I took the tracks off, when I just disassembled it to repair this, these make no noise at all. Matter of fact, they have very nice bearings in here and they're very smooth, very quiet. So these never had any problem with the noise I was hearing. I got everything back together, tracks on, and it's working good. So this is the end of this video, Dozer motor upgrade part 2, and I will keep you posted. If you like what you saw, click like, feel free to subscribe. You got any questions, please put them in the comments, and I will talk to you later.